You can come off as divisive to certain factions. How do you deal with people? I'm sure you have haters that say you're wrong. Birds of Prey was the greatest movie ever made. Do you, how do you how do you deal with detractors?
I mean, I don't care. Ultimately, you know,
Okay.
I think if you get any degree of notoriety on YouTube, you're going to get people that hate you. It's just inevitable. And if they come at me on Twitter or something like that, even this is pretty rare, but like most of the time, I'm not even aware of it because I'll go on social media like once a day, maybe, and I'll probably miss 90% of my notifications. So there's probably people giving me death threats that I don't even know about. And I'm just blissfully unaware. But yeah, like I'm not gonna get into like petty arguments with people on social media or anything like that about the finer points of a movie because what's the point? You're not going to change their minds in that case. Ultimately, you're just going to waste your own time and get yourself pissed off and give them the one thing that they want, which is your attention. I'm happy to get into like a civilized discussion with people who I disagree with on a film. That's great. I've done that on live streams before where we've talked about different perspective on movies, and that's great. But like if it's someone who's just like, nah, you're full of shit, man, I hate you, like I'm just not going to give them any of my time. It's not worth my time.
You're in this clique. I don't even know how to even like bring up even a question at this point, but you have this like this clique that Eric and I are absolutely obsessed with. Like it's you, Doomcock, Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotics, Mauler. Do you guys like hang out with each other? Are you guys like, do you guys have like a mass text messaging thread to say, all right, we're going to skewer The Last Jedi today?
No, nothing like that. No.
Okay.
I mean, we like I don't think there's any kind of forum where we're all together talking at the same time. We certainly don't plan any of our videos. It will just be a case of, hey, do you want to come on my live stream? We're going to talk about this on such and such a date, and you're either available or you're not. Just things like that. Yeah, and you kind of come to know these people just because you're all in the same sphere. And like maybe if you're interested in talking to the person, you just hit them up on Twitter or whatever other method you might have to contact them and say, look, I like your stuff. Want to do a stream sometime? Want to talk about various movies? And usually they'll say yes. And honestly, like all the other content creators that I've dealt with have been like the nicest, most supportive,
Really?
professional people. Yeah, genuinely.
Yeah.
There's never been any like backstabbing or criticism of each other behind the scenes or anything like that. They've always been like really like if we're doing a stream, they'll be really professional and polite, and yeah, it's been
Yeah.
really good
That's
environment.
incredible.